What's up, Keep Pounding Nation? I am back for the final thoughts of Day 7 training camp, and I've got some names for you and a bunch of footage that you should have uh, seen go up on the channel by now. Um, I know I'm about a third of the way through the footage being uploaded at the moment that I'm recording this. So let's just go through some of these names that I wrote down throughout camp and what I saw. Uh, Bird had a really nice catch along the sideline. I was very impressed with him. Um, he showed great hands. He showed great footwork. He uh, he just did Bird things, and that's exactly what you expect. Uh, Here's where I wanted to point out somebody in particular, and that is Mr. Duke. Where is he? Uh, Austin Duke, the wide receiver. And I think he was the only one I wanted to point out from that. Yeah. Austin Duke. He actually made a nice catch today that I was very impressed with. And I don't remember who exactly it was that threw it to him, but I don't remember whether it was Gilbert or Cam, but one of the two threw it to him, and he showed really good hands. So let's go to Curtis Samuel. Curtis Samuel, uh, you know, Cam didn't really spread the ball out too much. He kind of kept it to his main starters, but Curtis Samuel showed up in the second string. And I say that because a lot of the wide receivers out there on the list didn't really stand out, to be honest, today. Granted, I did have footage from the hill rather than the fence for half of the practice. So the first four sets of 11 on 11s, I was on the hill, so I didn't really get the good chance to see some of these plays and player names and numbers, but nothing really stood out. But I recorded some running back footage for you, C-Mac and I think C.J. Anderson, but I don't know for sure because I couldn't tell, from that distance who was actually in. But so that's why I'm going off of the names and numbers off the second half of the practice. So the next one I've got up is Jamal Jones. And I mentioned Jamal Jones in a previous video, and I also have footage of him from one of the previous days of camp. I believe day 3, if I'm not mistaken. He made a nice catch today. Let's see. Oh, Funches, Fun, as Cam calls him. I got his autograph today, and I want to show that off. There it is, as well as DJ Moore. So there you go. Funches rarely ever comes over to the fence, so I'm really surprised he did. But I was able to get his autograph and pen. I didn't have a Sharpie on me, but at the time. So now we get to the man that really showed out today, and that's Christian McCaffrey. What a standout guy today. They ran some running plays with him. They had him going out for screens. They had him going out for passes. It was impressive. He put on a show today. And I just want to reiterate this. Christian McCaffrey is our future. He is our future. Uh, he is an excellent player, and we are very, very lucky to have him. Uh, Cole Luke was covering on a bunch of these plays, and he did a decent job, I thought. Cameron Otis Payne got opened up for some runs by Taylor Moton with some really good blocks today. I thought the left side of the line looked really good. So did the right side of the defense. The entire right side of the defense on sweep plays really managed to stuff the run for the most part in the plays that I saw. Now, that may not be true of other days of the camp, but that's what I saw today. Let's see. Oh, Captain Munnerlyn got burned by somebody. I think it was Samuel, actually. I think it was. I could be wrong. But it's in the footage. You'll see it. He got absolutely burned on the left side. And it was just like, I don't even know what happened there, but Captain, you cannot take plays off, buddy. You cannot do that. He was the most disappointing player I saw last year, besides Worley. And he would routinely take plays off. He would routinely get lazy every once in a while. And wide receivers would burn him. Like, no joke. They would find the holes in his coverage, and they would burn him. And honestly, I disagreed with us bringing him back because of his coverage issues. Now, his tackling is excellent, but his coverage issues, that's the problem. I've always said that was the problem for 3 years, and I'm still saying it now because I don't think he's fixed it. I thought he did for a little bit last year. You know, everybody was playing in chemistry, but Captain, when you watch Captain by himself, he would take plays off. And my counterpart, Jared Phillips, said the same thing. He actually pointed it out to me first, and I started noticing it from there. And from that point on, I never stopped noticing it. That's the problem. So Colin Jones, who I'm a huge fan of, he was really good today. He had some really good coverage, and he took care of business. So I'm very pleased with that. I think he actually broke up a pass, if I'm not mistaken. During the linebacker drills, Ben Jacobs, Mayo, and Luke Kuechly showed him how it's done, really. What it was is they went through two I forget what you call them, but they would go through these two setup pads, just run through them, and attempt to tag the person running the drill. And you could really see the speed on display by these three players in particular. I was very impressed with that. And the technique as well. Greg Olsen did his thing, you know, great catches all over the place today. Before I get back to the quarterbacks and finish this video out, I want to highlight Ian Thomas, the tight end. He was the star of the show today besides C-Mac. And I want to make sure this is known. we have some major good depth at tight end. I'm very happy with it. Uh, Based on what I saw from Ian Thomas today, I think we're in great shape. You know, if he continues to show out in camp like he did today, and I've seen him make some really good plays before this too, in days 2 and 3, I'm really encouraged by him right now. I think he's working his way up to second string, and he is going to earn it. He's not just going to take second string. He's going to earn it, and that's what I want to see. That is absolutely what I was aiming for and looking for out of this training camp. Is players to show up and show off like Ian Thomas. He just keeps his head down, doesn't say a word, and gets it done, and earns his spot. That is what I'm looking for. So, we've got quarterback battle here. I read some comments on Facebook saying that Cam was underthrowing the ball. And I only saw maybe 3 underthrows during the second half drills. These second half 11-on-11 drills. But before that, honestly, I don't think he dropped any of them. Underthrew any of them. So I don't see what the criticism here is for Cam underthrowing balls. I still don't. And I never will. Because essentially Cam, he did overthrow a couple of them. I'll give these people the benefit of the doubt on that one. Because I've heard a lot of comments of him, oh, Cam overthrew Devin Funchess, or Cam overthrew, name a player, fill in the blank with that player's name. That's a wide receiver, or a running back, or a tight end. But honestly, I only saw him overthrow a few times, and that was because there was no play to be made on 2 of them. One of them, the man was open, but the other 2, no. Gilbert looked good. I liked his mechanics. I liked his arm. He showed accuracy. He showed awareness. He showed really good discipline in the pocket. And Heineke, I didn't get to see that much of Heineke. Some of it got recorded, some of it didn't. But nothing too substantial didn't get recorded, But I liked him too, from what little I was able to see. And I'm very happy with the O-line right now. The O-line is showing up. They did not allow a single sack today. And that deserves praise. That's a step in the right direction. They allowed 1 sack per practice that I was at. Kim got sacked maybe 2 times in day 2, and I think 3 times in day 3. But nothing today on any quarterback. Very, very impressive. They're showing some discipline. They're showing some promise. I'm very pleased. And all of you should be as well. So I guess that's it. Thank you to all the people that talked to me today, that were at camp. I don't remember your names, but if you did talk to me, please drop your name in the comments. If you know who I am. I guess that's it. Thank you so much. And I will see you at FenFest. Remember, section 140, seat 15. Thank you guys. Keep pounding.